Tell me, do you know what day it is, Evie?
November the 4th.
Not anymore.
Voila! In view, a humble vaudevillian veteran, cast vicariously as both victim and villain by the vicissitudes of fate. This visage, no mere veneer of vanity, is a vestige of the vox populi, now vacant, vanished. However, this valorous visitation of a bygone vexation stands vivified, and has vowed to vanquish these virulent vermin, vanguarding vice and vouchsafing the violently vicious and voracious violation of volition! The only verdict is vengeance. A vendetta held as a votive, not in vain. For the value and veracity of such shall one day vindicate the vigilant and the virtuous. Verily, this vichyssoise of verbiage veers most verbose, so let me simply add that it is my very good honor to meet you, and that you may call me your glorious Commissioner. Week 9 in the National Football League has come and gone. The headlines are here. I'm here. You know what's funny, though? It's Tuesday, right? November 5th, and it's election day. Okay? Tremendous day, but we're not going to talk about it. No. Because I could have made this video yesterday. I sure could have. What's that? What were the leads? You had a 40-pointer? 40-point lead? 50-point lead? 70-point lead? 90-point lead going into the Monday night game? Jesus fucking Christ. But we'll talk about it all, Your Honor, right here on the Furry Five Guys Fantasy Football League Roundup. Remember, the 5th of November. Here we go. We're going to start off with the last placeholders taking on So Gay It Hurts. John takes the dub here, 174.1 to 107.84. Big day from Garrett Wilson. The Jets figured out how to play football briefly. 30 points for him, 29.9 from Jalen Hurts. You know what really hurts, John? Having him on your bench last week and having him score 40. Look at you making decisions. And Zay Flowers, 29.7 to give John the win. John rebuilt his entire team this week through free agency. And big news out of the last placeholders before we move on. The 21-day window open for C-Mac. Does Vince begin the comeback at week 9? What? Probably not.
Oh, I don't know. I guess I think about killing myself pretty frequently. And why not? What's so great about living?
But it's there, right? He could do it. But it's not gonna. We're gonna look on now at the UGA School for Driving taking on Hall Pass. Ryan really just trying to make it look respectable at this point. 182.8 to 131.36. Saquon Barkley, 32.9 points. And a play the Giants fans are going to have to watch on SportsCenter top 10s for forever. Derrick Henry, 26.3 for the King. And Lamar Jackson, 23.6 to take MJ to 7-2 on the season. Impressive for the newcomer. Trying my best, taking on Big B Energy. Ben needed the win. Couldn't get it done. 169.22 to 149.18. Sarah takes it. Devon Achane at 32 points. 22 from Geno Smith, 19.8 from Darnell Mooney to carry Sarah over Ben. She moves to second in the East. Ben still fighting for position in that division. And now we talk about this. Now, listen, this game is not as bad as it initially looked. This was tight. Yeah. See that? 105 to 105.2 between Mother Nesbitt and Njigba's in Paris. But we've got ourselves a name game. That's right, Jackson Smith and Njigba with 37 to carry the commish. 218.78 to 167.64. First 200-point game of the season, and belongs to who else but me. Are we shocked? Are we surprised? I'm not. We've come pretty close, but, 218. Get fucked and stay there. So the commish remains perfect, which means I am in and O.
Are you trying to say 9?
Yes, in.
The word is 9. Say 9.
In.
9.
In.
9.
In.
9.
In.
Just follow me here. 1.
1.
2.
2.
3.
3.
4.
4.
5.
5.
6.
6.
7.
7.
8.
8.
9.
In.
No!
Love that for me. Love that for me. Let's see how it looks in the standings. Let's start with the West because the East is just not surprising anymore. In the West, you got UGA School for Driving maintaining his stranglehold on that division at 7-2. Hall Pass and Soke and Hertz are still locked in a battle at 4-5 apiece. And the last placeholders bring up the rear at 1-8, but now CMAC returning. What changes? Am I right? In the East, there it is, and Jacobs in Paris up top, 9-0. Stranglehold of my own on the division. Sarah coming up next in second with 6-3. Big B Energy at 4-5. Running out of time, Benny boy. Running out of time. And Mother Nesbitt in last at 1-8. Now, what I like to start doing, because we're at week 9 now. So our playoffs start in like for 3 or 4 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks, something like that, week 14. So what I like to do, what I enjoy, is, if the playoffs started today, what would they look like? You know what I mean? What would it be? And if they did, well, let's talk about it, shall we? They would look a lot something like everybody's out of it except for me. You know what I mean? I'm just kidding. They would look a lot like this, and here it is. Big B Energy taking on Jigbis in Paris. Ben's come up against me a couple times and has obviously lost. So he'd have a tough sled to do it. Try my best taking on UGA School for Driving. And in the halftime show ladder, you've got Soke and Hertz taking on Hall Pass, and the last placeholders taking on Mother Nesbitt. Very, very interesting how these playoffs could shape up. Now, there's room to move. There's room to move, and let's see if anybody gets a chance to do it this week. As we look at week 10, which is incredible that we've gotten this far, but we are, so let's get through it. I'll be taking on trying my best. Sarah, your best hasn't been good enough so far, and I don't see that changing this week, so good job. Big B Energy taking on Mother Nesbitt. Candy looking for win number 2. Ben looking to stay relevant, hoping that he can. We'll see what happens there. And in the next 4 and 5 versus 1 and 8 team, Hall Pass will be taking on the last placeholders. Vinny Bag of Donuts looking to spoil Ryan's season just a little bit. And Soke and Hertz taking on UGA School for Driving. MJ's been on a tear with scores this week. John is going to have to bring his A game if he wants a shot in that division. It's a big day. Elections are happening, or they're going to happen, or people are voting, or whatever. It's getting done. And we'll know eventually who the president is going to be. But I'll tell you this. Whoever it is, we can all agree on one thing. And that's that I'm still undefeated. Yeah. And so, I reign supreme, you all suck, it's the return of the pities, and until next week, I will say, commish out!